Okay fam, listen up because what I'm about to tell you is like a Hollywood blockbuster and a daytime soap had a crazy baby and that baby's name is Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. Seriously, this is not just some run-of-the-mill celebrity spat. We are talking about a high-stakes, no-holds-barred legal battle that's shaking Tinseltown to its core. You know Blake effortlessly stylish, charismatic, and basically the queen of Hollywood cool. And then there's Justin, beloved for his charm, his acting chops, and that megawatt smile that's melted hearts everywhere. But behind the scenes of their latest project, the much-anticipated It Ends With Us, things got messy. Like, hold on to your seat, messy. There are whispers of creative clashes that exploded into serious accusations. We're talking breach of contracts, betrayal, power struggles. All unfolding against the glittering backdrop of a movie set where everyone expected magic, not mayhem. And because no Hollywood drama is complete without an unexpected twist, hold on to your hats, there's a Taylor Swift connection in this saga that's got fans buzzing and social media going wild. Yep, you heard that right. Taylor Swift somehow enters this legal storm, adding a whole new layer of intrigue, mystery, and yes, plenty of surprise tea that you won't see coming. I don't know about you, but I am hooked. The whole thing is like watching a real-life thriller play out in front of us, and I'm here to break it all down for you, piece by juicy piece. So get comfy, bring your popcorn, and let's jump right into this roller coaster ride of Hollywood drama, courtroom showdowns, and celebrity secrets that everyone is talking about but no one really knows the full story yet. Are you ready? Because once we start, there's no going back. This is the wildest ride Hollywood served up this year, and you're on the front lines with me. Alright, my fellow gossip lovers, let's set the scene. It's 2024 and It Ends With Us, the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's heart-wrenching novel, is lighting up movie theaters. This is a story about love, resilience, and surviving domestic abuse, starring the radiant Blake Lively as Lily Bloom and Justin Baldoni, who's not only playing the complex Ryle Kincaid but also directing the whole shebang. On the surface, it's a Hollywood dream, a best-selling book, a star-studded cast, and fans losing their minds with excitement. But behind the scenes? Oh, it's giving Dynasty levels of chaos, and I'm here for every single second. The press tour that started it all. Picture this. The summer of 2024, the highly anticipated film It Ends With Us is hitting theaters, bringing Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel about love, resilience, and domestic abuse to the big screen. The red carpets are rolled out, dripping with pink florals, and Blake Lively is in her element, radiant, charming, and serving looks like nobody's business. She's arm in arm with her husband, Ryan Reynolds, the Deadpool king himself, and co-star Brandon Sklenar, all smiles and Hollywood glamour. The vibes? Impeccable. Or so it seemed. But wait, where's Justin Baldoni, the film's director and co-star? Fans clocked his absence faster than you can say, social media detective. No joint photos, no shared interviews, no trace of him basking in the premiere glow with Blake. The internet lit up like a Christmas tree. Posts on X were popping off. Where's Justin? Is there beef? Oh honey, the tea was brewing and it was scalding hot. What started as whispers of a rift turned into a full-blown Hollywood mystery, with fans and tabloids alike sniffing out drama juicier than a summer blockbuster. The onset sparks, creative control or power play. Let's rewind to the set of It Ends With Us. This wasn't just any movie, it was a passion project for both Blake and Justin. Baldoni, through his Wayfarer Studios, secured the rights to Hoover's novel back in 2019, and he wasn't just directing, he was starring as Ryle, the complex and controversial male lead. Blake, meanwhile, was not only playing Lily but also stepping up as a producer, bringing her A-list clout and creative vision to the table. Sounds like a dream team, right? Well, not quite. Rumors started swirling that things got messy during production. Word on the street, or rather, on X and Reddit, was that Blake and Ryan were throwing their weight around, pushing for more creative control. Allegedly, Blake wasn't just acting, she was rewriting scenes, with Ryan reportedly penning a key rooftop scene she later claimed as her own in interviews. Fans raised eyebrows when Blake casually dropped that Ryan, who had no official role in the film, was tinkering with the script. Some called it cute couple collab vibes, others smelled a power grab. Then there's the Taylor Swift connection because, of course, this drama needed a pop culture cherry on top. Baldoni claimed he was invited to Blake and Ryan's New York home in 2023 to discuss script changes, where Taylor Swift and Ryan were present, acting as Blake's dragons. He alleged Swift pressured him to accept Blake's rewrites, even influencing casting decisions, like supporting Isabella Ferrer for a younger Lily. Swift's team shut that down, calling it tabloid clickbait, and insisting her only contribution was a song for the soundtrack. The subpoena Baldoni's team sent Swift's way? dropped after her lawyers called it a fishing expedition. The press tour misfire. Florals versus feminism. By the time the press tour rolled around in August 2024, the cracks were impossible to ignore. Blake was out there promoting It Ends With Us like it was a rom-com, urging fans to grab your friends, wear your florals, and head to the theater. Her bubbly vibe, paired with plugs for her new hair care line, Blake Brown and Ryan's gin brand, felt tone-deaf to many. This was a film about domestic abuse. After all, shouldn't the mood be a bit more somber? Social media didn't hold back with comments like, "Shame on you and your PR team for turning a blind eye to the film's message." Justin, on the other hand, leaned hard into the film's serious themes, spotlighting domestic violence survivors in his interviews and keeping the focus on advocacy. Fans praised his approach, and the contrast with Blake's floral festoon campaign only fueled speculation of a feud. Some even noticed that most of the cast, including Colleen Hoover, had unfollowed Baldoni on Instagram, while Blake seemed to have the cast and crew in her corner. Was this a case of Team Blake versus Team Justin? The internet was eating it up. The legal bombshell, accusations and countersuits. Then, in December 2024, the drama exploded into a legal firestorm. Blake filed a bombshell complaint with the California Civil Rights Department, accusing Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios producer Jamie Heath of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. The allegations were jaw-dropping: inappropriate comments about genitalia, inquiries about Blake's weight, and discussions of pornography addiction in her presence. Blake claimed that after she raised these concerns in a meeting with Ryan by her side, the studio agreed to demands like a full-time intimacy coordinator and no more friends of Baldoni's on set during her scenes. But she didn't stop there. She accused Baldoni of orchestrating a sophisticated, coordinated, and well-financed smear campaign to tank her reputation, complete with a crisis PR team and a digital army flooding social media with negative posts about her. Baldoni fired back, calling the accusations categorically false, and claiming Blake and Ryan were the ones trying to destroy him. In January 2025, he filed a $400 million countersuit against Blake, Ryan, and their publicist Leslie Sloan, alleging civil extortion, defamation, and interference with contractual relations. He claimed Blake used her allegations to seize creative control of the film, leveraging her wealthy celebrity status and even Swift's influence to muscle him out. Baldoni's team pointed to text messages and voice notes, including one where he gushed about working with Blake as proof of his innocence. They also accused Ryan of berating Baldoni for fat-shaming Blake over a question about her weight for a lift scene, and even mocking him through the Nice Pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine, a long-haired, woke feminist caricature that Baldoni's team claimed was a deliberate jab. The courtroom showdown and public backlash. The legal battle escalated fast. In June 2025, a federal judge dismissed Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit against Blake, Ryan, and the New York Times, which he'd sued for libel over its reporting of Blake's claims. The judge ruled that Baldoni hadn't proven actual malice in the Times reporting and that his claims against Blake and Ryan didn't hold up. Blake's lawyers called it a total victory, but the war wasn't over. Both sides are gearing up for a March 2026 court date. Blake even dropped 2 claims of emotional distress, with her team saying they were streamlining the case while still pursuing sexual harassment and retaliation charges. Meanwhile, the court of public opinion was a circus. Blake faced a tidal wave of online hate, with fans and right-wing commentators rallying behind Baldoni. Old interviews resurfaced, like a 2016 clip with Norwegian journalist Kirsty Fla, painting Blake as a mean girl. Her haircare line tanked and headlines screamed, "Is Blake Lively set to be cancelled?" Yet, despite the backlash, It Ends With Us raked in over $350 million globally, proving the drama didn't hurt its box office. On the flip side, Baldoni's supporters called him a victim of Blake and Ryan's Hollywood clout. Posts on X claimed Blake ruined his reputation with false allegations, and some even tied her to the #MeToo movement's overreach. But not everyone was Team Justin. Others found his voice notes to Blake creepy and questioned his PR tactics, like hiring a crisis manager previously linked to Johnny Depp and Drake. The Hollywood fallout. Who's winning the narrative? Fast forward to spring 2025, and Blake was back in the spotlight with another simple favor, her first big project since the It Ends With Us debacle. But the shadow of the feud loomed large. She skipped most talk shows, opting for a cautious appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers, knowing every word could be twisted. Fast forward to December 20, 2024, and Blake Lively dropped a legal bombshell that shook Hollywood to its core. She filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department, accusing Justin Baldoni and his production company, Wayfarer Studios, of creating a toxic work environment on the set of It Ends With Us. We're talking serious allegations here: sexual harassment, including inappropriate comments and unwanted physical contact that made Blake feel unsafe. But it doesn't stop there. When she spoke up, she claims Baldoni's team launched a full-on smear campaign to paint her as the problem. Like, can you imagine the nerve? And then, as if scripted for maximum drama, the New York Times dropped an exposé the same day titled, "We Can Bury Anyone Inside a Hollywood Smear Machine." This article was like a grenade, blowing the lid off Blake's claims. It detailed how Baldoni allegedly hired PR gurus to flood social media with stories about Blake being difficult or unprofessional, trying to flip the narrative. It was like watching Gossip Girl come to life, with Blake as our Serena, fighting back against a Hollywood machine. This wasn't just tea, it was a whole tea factory. But hold up, Justin Baldoni wasn't about to let Blake steal the spotlight. In January 2025, he came out swinging with a jaw-dropping $400 million defamation lawsuit. Yes, you heard me, $400 million. He named Blake, Ryan Reynolds, their publicist Leslie Sloan, and even the New York Times, claiming they were the ones running a smear campaign to destroy his career. Baldoni's team said Blake and her A-list crew were trying to hijack his film and paint him as a villain. They even launched a website packed with texts and emails shouting, "We've got the receipts," to prove Blake's allegations were either exaggerated or straight up false. And then, plot twist alert. On June 9, 2025, a federal judge in New York tossed Baldoni's massive lawsuit out the window. The judge ruled that Baldoni, as a public figure, didn't prove actual malice in the defamation claims, a legal standard that's tougher to crack than a Hollywood casting call. Blake's legal team, Asra Hudson and Mike Gottlieb, were over the moon, calling it a complete vindication for Blake, Ryan, and their squad. They were basically throwing a victory party, while Baldoni's camp was left picking up the pieces. But don't think for a second that Baldoni's team is waving the white flag. His lawyer, Brian Friedman, came out swinging on TMZ Live, saying, "This fight is far from over." They've got until June 23 to amend 4 of their 7 claims, like breach of contract and invasion of privacy, and they're gearing up to depose Blake later this month. Picture this: Blake Lively sitting in a deposition answering questions about this drama under oath. I need a live stream of that room because the tension is going to be electric. And now the twist that made my jaw hit the floor: Taylor Swift enters the drama. Yes, the Taylor Swift, Blake's ride-or-die bestie since their 2010 Met Gala days. Baldoni's team tried to subpoena Swift to get access to her private texts with Blake, hoping they'd show whether Blake was truly distressed by the alleged harassment. Blake's lawyers were like, "Oh heck no." They filed a motion to block it, calling the subpoena a desperate publicity stunt. Swift's team clapped back, saying it was tabloid clickbait meant to stir up headlines. And here's the kicker: X is buzzing with rumors that Swift feels betrayed by Blake for dragging her into this mess, which could put their iconic friendship on shaky ground. But Blake's team didn't stop there. They went full Hollywood chess master and subpoenaed Scooter Braun, the music mogul and Swift's longtime rival, who's been chummy with Baldoni in the past. They're digging for any dirt on Baldoni's connections, and this move feels like a power play straight out of a thriller. With a trial set for March 2026, Blake's camp is refusing to settle, ready to prove every single harassment claim in court. This is like Succession meets Real Housewives, and I'm obsessed with every twist. Let's zoom out for a sec and talk about the vibes on set. It Ends With Us was supposed to be a passion project, right? A story about surviving abuse, directed by Baldoni, who's known for his advocacy work. But whispers from crew members leaked on X by users like @DrugProblems suggest tension was brewing from day one. Some say Blake took creative control, pushing for changes to make the film less male-gaze, which rubbed Baldoni the wrong way. Others, like @SpiritualShift_, point to Blake's interviews where she seemed to downplay Baldoni's role, which fueled the diva narrative. It's like a tug-of-war over the soul of the movie, and we're all trying to figure out who's telling the truth. And let's not forget the fans, they're the heartbeat of this drama. On X, it's a full-on war zone. @AllAboutTRH is hyping Baldoni's receipts, sharing texts that allegedly show Blake was fine on set. Meanwhile, @BlakeLivelyFan is rallying behind Blake, pointing to her history of advocating for women's rights. It's like the internet's turned into a courtroom with fans playing judge and jury. And the memes? Oh, they're chef's kiss. From Taylor Swift side-eye gifs to Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, maximum effort jokes, the internet is eating this up. But here's where it gets real: this drama isn't just about headlines. It's about the human side of Hollywood, where power, egos, and truth collide. Blake's fighting for her voice, saying she faced harassment and then got slammed for speaking out. It's a story so many can relate to, standing up to a bully and getting called difficult for it. I can't help but admire her guts, knowing how scary it is to take on someone powerful, especially in an industry that loves to protect its own. And then there's Justin Baldoni. This guy's built a reputation as a feminist ally, directing films like 5 Feet Apart and championing causes for women. Now he's staring down accusations that could torch his career. His team says he's the one being smeared, targeted by Blake and Ryan's Hollywood machine. He's lost accolades like a Women's Solidarity Award, and his future projects are on shaky ground. Imagine pouring your heart into a film about abuse, only to be accused of creating a toxic set. That's gotta sting, and it makes you wonder what's the real story here? And let's talk about the bigger picture, because this feud is hitting us right in the feels. It ends with Us is about surviving abuse, and now Blake's fighting her own battle off-screen. It's messy, it's raw, and it's so human. Fans are torn. Some say this drama overshadows the film's message, while others think it shines a light on how complex these issues are in real life. On X, users like @ColleenHooverFan are pleading for the focus to stay on the story's heart, while others are like, nah, this tea is too good. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and I'm strapped in for the ride. I keep circling back to one question: where's the truth in all this? Is Blake the hero standing up to a toxic set? Is Baldoni the victim caught in a Hollywood power play? Or is it somewhere in the middle, a clash of egos and misunderstandings? The trial in 2026 is gonna be a spectacle, but until then, we're all just piecing together the clues. And I love how this story pulls us, and it's not just gossip. It's about power, accountability, and what it means to fight for your truth in a world that's watching your every move. Okay, let's hit pause on the glitz and glamour for a second and get real. This Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni drama isn't just another Hollywood headline. It's a story about real people, raw emotions, and the messy human side of standing up for what you believe in. I'm sitting here buzzing with curiosity, because this feud feels like so much more than tabloid fodder. It's about power, truth, and the courage it takes to speak out in a world that's watching your every move. And trust me, it's hitting all of us in the feels. Let's start with Blake. Here's a woman who's built a career on charm, talent, and that megawatt smile we all love. But behind the red carpet glow, she's alleging something deeply personal. A toxic work environment on the set of It Ends With Us, where she faced harassment and felt unsafe. Can you imagine what that must feel like? To be on a set telling a story about surviving abuse, only to feel disrespected in real life? Her complaint says she spoke up first to producers, then publicly, and instead of support, she claims she got hit with a smear campaign. As someone who's cheered for Blake since her Gossip Girl days, my heart aches thinking about the strength it took to go public, knowing the backlash she'd face. And here's why this resonates so deeply: it's not just Blake's story. It's the story of anyone who's ever stood up to a bully, whether it's in Hollywood or an office or a classroom. Her lawyers say she's fighting for every woman who's been silenced, every person who's been called difficult for demanding respect. I can't help but get chills thinking about that. On X, fans like @BlakeLivelyFan are rallying behind her, sharing stories of their own experiences with workplace harassment. It's like Blake's become a beacon for those who felt unheard, and that's powerful. It makes you wonder, how many others are out there waiting for their moment to speak? But then there's Justin Baldoni, and his side pulls at your heartstrings too. This is a guy who's spent years building a reputation as a filmmaker with a purpose. He's directed movies like 5 Feet Apart, championed mental health, and even won awards for his advocacy for women. Now he's facing allegations that could unravel everything he's worked for. His team says he's the real victim here, targeted by Blake and Ryan Reynolds' Hollywood clout. Imagine pouring your soul into a project about abuse, believing you're doing good, only to be accused of creating a toxic set. On X, users like @AllAboutTRH are sharing his receipts, texts, and emails that suggest he was professional and blindsided by these claims. It's hard not to feel for him, wondering if he's been caught in a power play. And that's what makes this so gripping. It's not black and white. It's human. Blake and Justin are both navigating this high-stakes world where reputations are everything, and one wrong move can cost you dearly. On X, the fans are split down the middle. You've got a drug problem breaking down Blake's lawsuit with legal analysis, while @Spiritual Shift _ points to interviews where Blake seemed to take creative control, hinting at tension behind the scenes. It's like we're all detectives piecing together this puzzle, trying to figure out who's telling the truth. And I love that it's like we're part of the story, digging for answers alongside them. But let's talk about the fans for a minute because you all are the heartbeat of this drama. The internet is a wild place right now. Some fans are making Taylor Swift side-eye memes, others are posting Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool with maximum effort captions. It's hilarious, but it's also real. People are invested because this story feels personal. It's about loyalty, betrayal, and fighting for what's right. I saw a post from a Colleen Hoover fan that really hit me. They said this drama risks overshadowing the message of It Ends With Us, a story about surviving abuse. And that's the gut punch. This movie was supposed to inspire, but now it's a lightning rod for real-world pain. What gets me most is how this story mirrors the themes of the film. It Ends With Us is about finding strength after trauma, and here's Blake, fighting her own battle off-screen. It's messy, it's complicated, and it's so human. Whether you're Team Blake, Team Justin, or just here for the tea, you can't help but feel the weight of this. It's a reminder that even in Hollywood's sparkle, there's real struggle, people trying to do right, make art, and protect their truth. And as someone who's been glued to this saga, I'm curious, what does this make you feel? Are you inspired by Blake's courage, conflicted about Justin's side, or just obsessed with the drama? This feud is trending for a reason. It's not just celebrity gossip. It's a window into the human experience. It's about standing up, falling down, and everything in between. On X, users are sharing their own stories of workplace battles, inspired by Blake's fight. Others are defending Justin, saying he deserves a fair shot. It's like this drama's opened a conversation about power, accountability, and what it means to be heard. So, I'm dying to know, what's your take? How does this story hit you, and what do you hope comes out of it? Let's keep this vibe going because this is the kind of news that makes us think, feel, and talk. Okay, my drama-hungry, tea-spilling squad, it's time to turn up the heat and make some serious noise. This Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni legal showdown has us all hooked, and I'm itching to hear your take on this Hollywood roller coaster. Drop a comment below and let it all out. Whose side are you on in this epic clash? Are you Team Blake, cheering for her bravery and calling out alleged harassment? Or Team Justin, feeling like he's been caught in a Tinseltown power play? Maybe you're just here for the chaos, clutching your popcorn, ready for the next wild twist because, same. What's got you shook? Is it Taylor Swift's subpoena drama, Scooter Braun's surprise entrance, or those spicy texts Baldoni's team dropped? I'm dying to know, every single thought racing through your mind. And let's get personal because this story's hitting us all in the feels. Does Blake's fight remind you of a time you had to stand up for yourself, maybe at work or school? Or does Justin's struggle feel like an underdog story that resonates with you? Share your own experiences. Have you ever faced a situation where speaking out felt scary but necessary? Your stories are what make this community so special, and I'm reading every single comment, so don't hold back. Let's turn this into a full-on conversation, like we're all dishing over coffee. And if this saga's got you as obsessed as I am, smash that like button. Let's see how many of us are glued to this drama. Oh, and don't you dare leave without hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell icon. With a trial set for March 2026, this story's got more bombshells coming, and I want you right here with me when they drop. Imagine missing the next big reveal, Taylor and Blake's friendship fallout? More receipts from Baldoni's team? Or maybe a whole new celebrity getting pulled into this mess? We're in this together, and I need my drama crew locked in for every twist. Plus, check out the community tab on our channel for polls and updates. Let's vote on who you think will come out on top and keep the vibes electric. Who's ready to keep this Hollywood tea party going? Let's make it loud, let's make it fun, and let's keep chasing the truth. Phew, what a wild, heart-pounding ride we've been on. This Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni legal battle is the kind of drama that keeps us glued to our screens, and I'm so here for it. From allegations to lawsuits to Taylor Swift getting dragged in, this story is serving more twists than a Hollywood thriller, and we're nowhere near the credits rolling. I'm buzzing with curiosity about what's next. Will Blake's claims hold up in court? Will Baldoni's team drop more receipts? And what's the deal with that Swift friendship drama? I can't wait to find out, and I know you're just as pumped. But beyond the headlines, this story feels so human, doesn't it? It's about real people fighting for their truth, navigating a world where power and perception collide. It's got me thinking about courage, loyalty, and what it means to stand up when the stakes are sky high. I'm so grateful you joined me to unpack this juicy saga. It's like we're all sitting around a virtual campfire, swapping stories and theories. If you're as obsessed as I am, dive into our other celebrity news videos for more tea that'll keep you buzzing. Let's keep this energy alive, stay curious, and chase the truth together. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, keep those vibes high and your heart in the drama. Stay glued to those headlines, my friends, because this story's got more chapters to come. See you soon, and let's keep the conversation popping. Oh, and don't you dare leave without hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell icon. With a trial set for March 2026, this story's got more bombshells coming, and I want you right here with me when they drop. Imagine missing the next big reveal: Taylor and Blake's friendship fallout? More receipts from Baldoni's team? Or maybe a whole new celebrity getting pulled into this mess? We're in this together, and I need my drama crew locked in for every twist. Plus, check out the community tab on our channel for polls and updates. Let's vote on who you think will come out on top and keep the vibes electric. Who's ready to keep this Hollywood tea party going? Let's make it loud, let's make it fun, and let's keep chasing the truth. Phew, what a wild, heart-pounding ride we've been on. This Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni legal battle is the kind of drama that keeps us glued to our screens, and I'm so here for it. From allegations to lawsuits to Taylor Swift getting dragged in, this story is serving more twists than a Hollywood thriller, and we're nowhere near the credits rolling. I'm buzzing with curiosity about what's next. Will Blake's claims hold up in court? Will Baldoni's team drop more receipts? And what's the deal with that Swift friendship drama? I can't wait to find out, and I know you're just as pumped. But beyond the headlines, this story feels so human, doesn't it? It's about real people fighting for their truth, navigating a world where power and perception collide. It's got me thinking about courage, loyalty, and what it means to stand up when the stakes are sky high. I'm so grateful you joined me to unpack this juicy saga. It's like we're all sitting around a virtual campfire, swapping stories and theories. If you're as obsessed as I am, dive into our other celebrity news videos for more tea that'll keep you buzzing. Let's keep this energy alive, stay curious, and chase the truth together. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, keep those vibes high and your heart in the drama. Stay glued to those headlines, my friends, because this story's got more chapters to come. See you soon, and let's keep the conversation popping.